Welcome to Working on Excellence, the channel. You're here with Anthony, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how I turned just over $800 to over $3,000 trading call options on ETF MJ, which is a sweet Mary Jane stock. Wink, wink. If you want to execute a trade like this, that would give you gains like this, right? So what is a call option? If you're new to investing, you're scratching your head right now. So I'm going to simplify it by tying it into a house. Everyone can relate with a house because it's an asset that tends to appreciate over time, right? So let's say you had $150,000 in the bank and you were on the market to purchase a property, and you found this house and you decide you may want to buy this house for $100,000, right? So you make a contract with the market, right? You make an option contract, and I'm gonna explain why I call it an option contract. That gives you the right to buy this house for $100,000, right? But wait, there's terms of this contract. One is that it expires. There's an expiration date, January 2023. So you have to purchase this house for $100,000 in January 23, or else you're gonna lose your premium. Now the premium is there to hold the price of the house until expiration. So you spend this 20K, and it basically you agree to hold the price of this house at $100,000 until expiration, which is January 2023. So let's say you signed the contract. It's now December 2022. The house is now worth $1 million. Wow. There's a stadium next to your area. They build a new rail system. They build a hospital next to your area. Business is booming in your area. Your area is the hot area. It's the it area. So now you're instantly a millionaire, right? So also that contract that you spent $20,000 for is now worth $400,000. Since the price or the value of your house went up, also the value of your contract that you spent $20,000 for went up also. So now you have an option. Remember, I was trying to tell you what a call option is. It's basically you have to make a decision on whether you want to purchase the asset, in this example is the house, or sell the contract, which is the option contract. So let's explore purchase the house. By exercising the contract, you force someone to buy the house for $1 million in this example. So some fool has to go out there and purchase the house for $1 million and then sell it to you for $100,000. Who wouldn't want a deal like this? You're instantly a millionaire, right? You spent the $20,000 up front that holds your contract, locks in this price for the house, for this beautiful house here, and now you force somebody to buy it for $1 million. That's amazing. So that's similar to what an option contract is when you purchase the underlying asset right here, which would be this house. So your upfront cost is $120,000 plus the price you paid for the contract, right? So let's explore option number 2, which is sell the contract. Because the price and the value of this house, this beautiful house, went up, the price and the value in your premium of your contract went up also. So remember, you paid only $20,000 for your contract. Now it's worth $380,000. So you have multiple ways to make money, is what I'm saying. Multiple ways to make money from call options, right? The underlying asset increase in value. Therefore, your contract increases in value also. That's how I made this trade. So I'm going to get into exactly this meat and potatoes. This is Alternative Harvest ETF, stock symbol MJ. Basically what MJ is, like the description says, engage in the legal cultivation, production, marketing, or distribution of Mary Jane related products. Okay. They're in the green business, if you know what I mean, right? So, and an ETF, for those of you that don't know, is basically a group of stocks that's trading under one umbrella. So basically, you in this sector is related to the green business, the Mary Jane business, if you know what I mean. So it's a group of stocks under one umbrella, right? So you're wondering, how did I choose this stock to make this trade, right? There's a thing called market sentiment. Basically, what the YouTubers are talking about, what CNBC is talking about. When you familiarize yourself with investment resources, articles, magazines, and you get to generally see sometimes a pattern or see a wave. And in this trade, basically I saw a pattern when it came to the green business, if you know what I mean, right? So for example, look at this article right here, right? Give me 1 second. It says Blue Wave lifting these ETF, right? Just so you know, MJ has nearly $1 billion under their management, right? So it's a very big ETF, right? And it was rallying on the heels of the election. So basically, the reason why I got into this trade is because I knew that the president to be at the time, Joe Biden, and the Democrats would be pro reform in the green sector, if you know what I mean. So like this article says, because MJ is a controlled substance, businesses engaged in the selling and cultivation of MJ are blocked from using the federal banking system, which is a major roadblock for an industry striving to go mainstream. The inability to use credit cards or FDIC insured bank for transaction has been a limitation for the industry, as well as a hindrance to invest. So with the Democrats are expecting to be more friendlier to the industry, like this article said, possibly opening doors by decriminalization at a federal level. So basically, if you decriminalize MJ, right, Sweet Mary Jane, it would open up doors for businesses. No one wants to invest in something that's not fully legal. You can lose money. You get tied up in a whole bunch of legal mumbo jumbo, right? So this other article right here, check this out. MJ stock surge as Trump administration set formal transition into motion. I'm not political. I'm not taking sides. I'm just trying to show you that the market sentiment, what people wanted, was for this sector to take off. And, basically this gentleman was in the way, right? So it says shares of MJ companies rallied Tuesday after Trump administration made its first move late Monday to accept Joe Biden as presidential elect by saying it is ready to begin the formal transition process. So basically the market was happy in this sector. For example, they're happy to see him go, and if you're making this trade, you're gonna be happy to see him go also, but not to get political, just based off the trade alone, right? So let's go to the charts, right? So basically, what is that? Okay, excuse me. So basically I bought 3 call options on 12/23 for $813. So let's check out the actual trade. So I like to put my money where my mouth is and show you my actual trades, make it more personal, right? So basically when you purchase an option, you're purchasing a contract. Remember what an option is? So in this option, I have the rights to buy MJ at $14 a share, and it expires 7/16. And with options, you're purchasing multiple of 100 shares. So this $2.75 isn't really $2.75. It's really 275 cents, right? So you're buying the option. This is the premium that we're paying, right? Remember in the earlier video, the premium. So I bought 3 contracts at $2.75 will give me $813, right? So back to the chart. I bought these on 12/23 for $813. You see how low the price was? The price was around $15 a share at the time. And I agreed to buy MJ at $14 a share in the future, or just sell the premium, the contract. In this trade is what I did. So when I sold the trade, I sold it for $1,100 each. So I basically sold it for $1,000 each. So I turned a little over $275 to $1,000 basically. So 3 contracts for $3,300. So like the earlier video, I took my profit. I did not want the asset. I did not want the house. I did not want the shares of the stock. And it's a lucky thing I did take my profit, because when you're, look, before I get ahead of myself, I sold it on February 18th for $2,187, right? That's my actual profit, right? Now, you see this sell with the question marks? I got greedy. I could have sold up here. I could have made like $5,000-$6,000, but sometimes, even as an investor, you learn as you go. Sometimes you got to understand what is a trend. You know what I mean? What does the market believe? Is this a long-term trend? Is this a short-term trend? And in this case, as you can see, it went from about 15 bucks all the way up to almost $33. I got out at $24, but I could have made substantially more money if I just took profit up here. And that day came. I had 2 days. I had on the 10th, also on the 11th, I could have took profit. But you live and you learn, and no matter how good you trade or how good you get at trading, you're always gonna make mistakes. The best thing is to learn from your mistakes, and then in this case, learn what a trend is. I thought this would have went higher for some reason, but realistically speaking, based off some of the stocks fundamentals and growth potentials and earnings, I was being unrealistic. This was a trend, so I made my money and I got out. Right now this stock is trading for about 18 bucks, right? But back to the call options. So just to go over things, I bought 3 contracts at $275 each at on December 23rd for a total of $813, right? And I sold those contracts because I wanted the cash. I did not want the asset, which is the stocks or the shares of the stocks. I took the cash, right? So hopefully I made sense, and hopefully I didn't confuse you. And I will be releasing more videos to come. And yeah, thanks. Catch you later.